chosen one. Among all people in this world, you alone were entrusted by God with this precise blend of abilities. Your arrival here was not coincidence, and leaving too soon could cause you to overlook something meant to open a door you have long been waiting to see unlocked. These words are directed at you for a reason, because there is something within your being that exists in a way no one else carries, and now is the moment for you to truly recognize it. You were shaped with care and purpose, and every detail of who you are holds meaning, even the parts you once doubted or tried to conceal. Pay attention, because what you are about to understand can transform how you view yourself and everything ahead of you. This is not minor, it is not accidental, and it is not meant for anyone else. Type 11111 if you believe. There is no other individual who possesses your exact mixture of strengths, because you were crafted intentionally, never copied. Others may reflect certain pieces of 4. What you have, but no one carries them combined in the same form, molded by the same life events, strengthened through the same challenges, and guided by the same unseen presence. When you were created, there were no replicas. You were made as a unique expression of purpose that cannot be duplicated. What lives within you is more than simple skill. It is a calling that has been interwoven into your life since the very start. That is why some directions have opened while others have been closed off, because you have been led towards something only you can accomplish. There were times you questioned your value because you measured yourself against others, but you were never asked to become them. You were meant to fully step into who you were designed to be, without fear and without shrinking yourself. The reason certain places never felt right is because they were never meant to contain what you carry. That sense of discomfort was allowed to grow so you would not settle in spaces that would restrict your purpose. Even in moments when you felt uncertain, there was shaping taking place within you, preparing your mind and spirit to recognize your distinct nature. Pause briefly and give this video a like, because what is reaching you right now is meant to arrive at the exact moment you needed it. There are abilities within you that extend beyond what you can physically see, and many of them have been developing quietly while it seemed like nothing was happening. Your patience, your depth of feeling, your awareness of details others miss, your endurance when others give up, all of these are part of the unique combination you were given. These qualities are not random. They are pieces of a greater design unfolding step by step. Even the pain from your past has contributed to how these gifts operate, giving you understanding and compassion that cannot be taught. What once seemed like a weakness has actually strengthened your purpose. There were moments when it felt like, too, you were falling behind, but you were never behind in the plan set for you. Timing, lessons, and growth were being aligned so that when your moment arrives, you will be prepared in a way others are not. The waiting period was not punishment, it was preparation. The silence you experienced was not neglect, it was refinement. Work has been happening within you, even when there were no visible signs, building something that will reveal itself at the right time. Type Amen to affirm. You were not meant to blend in, which is why your journey has felt different from those around you. You were not called to walk an ordinary path, but one filled with purpose. There will be things you do that others may not immediately understand, but their understanding is not what defines your calling. What matters is recognizing the guidance over your life and trusting the direction you are being led. There is a quiet awareness inside you, a sense that you are meant for more, and that feeling is not 4. Imagination, it is guidance leading you forward. Do not ignore what is stirring within you, because that is where your gifts are calling you to rise. When you suppress that inner pull, you delay what is meant to unfold. When you listen, even if your steps are slow, you begin aligning with your purpose. You do not need to have everything figured out right now. You simply need to take the next step with trust, and guidance will meet you there, continuing to lead you forward. There will be individuals who doubt you, and moments when your own thoughts try to hold you back, but neither defines what has been placed inside you. The full picture of who you are becoming is already seen, not just who you have been. Growth, wisdom, and impact are all forming as you embrace your gifts. You are not insignificant, and you are not ordinary. You were chosen for a reason that is still unfolding, and each day brings you closer to understanding it. Stay connected, because your strength comes from that. Connection, not from opinions around you. When uncertainty arises, return to that connection and remember that mistakes were not made in your creation. You were formed with intention, and everything about you carries meaning. Move forward with that truth, and you will begin to see opportunities appear in unexpected ways. That feeling within you was never meant to disappear. It was meant to grow until you recognized where it comes from. Attention is being drawn to it now because it is time to stop overlooking what has been placed inside you. There were times when doubt was strong, and you nearly convinced yourself that you were not capable. Yet even then, what was within you remained. It waited for you to see it clearly. Certain struggles remained so that your identity would not be built on temporary outcomes, but on a deeper understanding of who you truly are. Strength was formed in quiet places, unseen by others, and now it is becoming part of your foundation. You are not as fragile, as you once believed. You are being shaped into someone steady and grounded. You may have noticed how you perceive things differently, how your emotions run deeper, and how you often understand situations in ways that surprise even yourself. This is part of what has been placed within you, meant to guide you, not confuse you. What you carry is not meant to isolate you, but to position you where your presence and perspective can create change. There are moments ahead where your voice will carry weight and your actions will influence more than you realize. Preparation for those moments is already happening. Type 777 if you trust in Jesus. You may have tried to shrink yourself to fit into spaces that felt easier, but that was never where you were meant to remain. You were not created to dim your light for acceptance. You were meant to stand in truth, even when it feels uncomfortable. The pressure to become less than who you are did not come from a higher purpose, but from places that, could not recognize your value. When you step away from that pressure, clarity begins to grow. Your differences are not flaws, they are part of your assignment. There is also a belief you must release, and that is the need for approval from others before stepping into your purpose. Everything you need has already been placed within you. Waiting for permission only delays what is meant to move forward. Perfection is not required to begin. Willingness and faith are enough. Every step taken with trust opens another opportunity, leading you closer to the life prepared for you. There may still be moments of uncertainty, and that is natural. It does not mean you are on the wrong path. It means you are growing into something new. Complete clarity is not required at every moment. Staying connected and continuing forward is what matters. As you do, guidance will become clearer step by step. Patterns, confirmations, and opportunities will begin to align with what has been placed in your heart. Type 222 to receive blessings. There will be people who enter your life who recognize what you carry and support it rather than limit it. They will come at the right time and become part of your journey. Until then, do not be discouraged if you feel misunderstood. That does not define your value. Remaining true to what is within you is what matters. You are moving into a season where you will begin to see results from what has been forming inside you. It may unfold gradually, but it will confirm that you are on the right path. Small moments of clarity will lead to greater breakthroughs. What once felt far away will begin to feel close. This is not something to force, but something to step into with trust and consistency. Your gifts are not only for your own growth, but for the benefit of others. There will be people who gain strength from your words, peace from your presence, and direction from your example. Even if you do not always see the full impact, it will be real and meaningful. You are being placed in positions where your life will speak beyond what you expect. This is why your journey has been shaped with such care. Do not fear the responsibility that comes with your abilities, because nothing has been given to you that you cannot carry. You are supported every step of the way, gaining strength as you grow into what has been prepared. When things feel overwhelming, return to that connection and remember you are not alone. Guidance and presence remain with you. A sense of confidence is beginning to rise within you, not rooted in pride, but in truth. It is the realization that your life carries purpose beyond what you once imagined. This confidence will help you stand firm when doubt appears and keep moving when uncertainty arises. It will remind you that you are part of something greater than your fears. You may not always understand why some opportunities open while others close, but each movement is part of a larger direction. Paths are being aligned to, protect you from what is not meant for you and guide you toward what is. Some things you once desired did not work out, and that may have brought confusion, but there was protection and preparation in those moments. Not every opportunity was meant to carry what you hold. Certain paths ended so you would not settle in places that could not support your purpose. You are now entering a stage where confusion will begin to give way to clarity, and direction will start to feel more natural. It will come step by step, building confidence along the way. You will recognize what feels right, not because of pressure, but because of peace. That sense of peace is one of the ways guidance reaches you. When you trust it, your steps become more certain. Do not ignore that calm feeling when it appears, because it is leading you forward. Type 1010 if you trust God. You have been carrying burdens that were never meant to stay with you, and now is the time to release them. Some came from expectations, placed on you, others from how you judged yourself. You are not meant to hold on to what weighs you down. Let it go so you can move freely. Releasing what does not belong to you creates space for what is meant to enter your life. You cannot hold both at once, so choose to trust and lay those weights down. A quiet restoration has been unfolding inside you, even if you haven't fully recognized it yet. The things that once shook you deeply are slowly losing their grip, and your heart is gaining strength in a calm and steady way. This is not because you've become cold or shut off, but because you are being renewed and rebuilt. I am reinforcing you from the inside so you can move ahead without being chained to former pain. What once felt like an open wound is transforming into a well of understanding and resilience. Type 555 to affirm. As you keep moving along this journey, you'll start to notice patterns that weren't visible before. Situations that once felt disconnected will begin to come together, and you'll realize they were all part of shaping you. Nothing you endured was pointless, and nothing you faced lacked meaning. Even the seasons where you felt isolated were preparing you to stand firm and trust me on a deeper level. You are no longer who you once were, and that transformation is exactly what will help you step into what lies ahead. There will be chances that come your way that feel naturally aligned, even if you can't fully explain why. They won't feel forced or like something you must chase endlessly. Instead, they will meet you where you stand, as though they were always meant to appear at this exact moment. When those moments arrive, don't hesitate or question yourself, because they are part of what I've been preparing you for. Walk into them with confidence, knowing I am leading you. You'll also begin to sense your voice growing stronger, not in loudness, but in clarity and truth. You'll express yourself in ways that feel real and less shaped by fear. This matters because your voice carries a purpose, and it is meant to be heard. Whether through what you say, what you do, or simply how you exist, what's inside you has the power to reach others. Don't hold back what I've placed within you, because it was never meant to stay hidden. There may still be moments when uncertainty tries to return, and you will need to recognize it and move beyond it. Doubt is not from me, it comes from fear and confusion that attempt to pull you away from your path. When you feel it rising, return to the truth of who you are and what I've spoken over your life. Remind yourself that you were created with purpose and that your journey is guided by me. That truth will help you remain steady when doubt tries to shake your confidence. You're also learning to trust yourself in a new way, not out of ego, but through alignment with me. The more you stay connected, the clearer your direction will become. You'll begin making decisions with confidence, and confusion, will start to fade. This is part of your growth, and it will continue to expand as you move forward. Trust this process, even when it feels unfamiliar. There is a quiet momentum forming in your life, even if it seems slow at times. What is beginning now will lead to changes that will soon become more visible. It won't come all at once in a way that overwhelms you, but it will unfold steadily in a way that strengthens you. I'm not pushing you into something before you're ready. I'm guiding you into something you can fully grow into. This is how purpose unfolds, not through chaos, but through intention and order. Don't look back with regret over what didn't happen, because what lies ahead holds more than what's behind. You are stepping forward into something aligned with who you're becoming, not who you used to be. The past has shaped you, but it does not define what comes next. I am creating something new in your life, something that reflects the uniqueness I placed within you from the fur. Keep your focus on where you are going, not where you have been. What you're feeling is alignment, the moment when your inner awareness begins to match the truth I've always known about you. You're starting to see yourself more clearly, and that clarity will continue to grow. For a long time, you measured yourself based on what you thought you lacked instead of recognizing what was already within you. You compared yourself to others and believed they had something you didn't, but your path was never meant to mirror theirs. What they carry is different, and what you carry is uniquely yours. I didn't design your life to follow someone else's blueprint. I created it to unfold according to your specific purpose. When you release comparison, you begin to walk in freedom. You're also learning to trust the timing of your life, even when it feels slower than expected. I am not rushing, and I am never late. I am precise. Every delay protected you from stepping into something too first. Every pause had meaning, even when you couldn't understand it. Now you're beginning to see that timing isn't about speed, but about readiness, and you are becoming ready in ways that will soon be revealed. Type 1212 to claim miracles. You have carried a quiet strength that has carried you through moments you thought would break you. There were times you felt like giving up, times you felt invisible, and times you questioned whether anything would ever change. Yet you kept going, even when it was difficult, and that perseverance has shaped you into someone stronger than you realize. That strength is part of your gift, and it will support you in what comes next. You didn't come this far to stop, and I didn't bring you this far to leave you here. There are ideas and desires within you that you haven't fully pursued yet. Some you set aside because of uncertainty, and others you dismissed because they seemed too small or unrealistic. But those ideas were not random. They were placed within you intentionally. They are connected to your purpose and are meant to be explored. You don't need all the answers before starting. You only need to take the first step and allow me to guide the rest. Type 1010 if you walk by faith. As you continue forward, you'll notice things aligning more naturally. What once felt confusing will begin to make sense, and what once felt distant will begin to draw closer. This is not coincidence, it is alignment with the path set for you. When you walk in alignment, there is no need to force anything. You simply remain open and aware. I will continue placing the right opportunities, connections, and moments in your path. You'll also begin to view challenges differently. Instead of seeing them as signs to stop, you'll recognize them as opportunities to grow. Obstacles are not there to block you, but to strengthen you. Each challenge adds to your understanding, patience, and resilience. You won't be shaken the same way, because you'll know you can move through whatever comes your way. You are stepping into a deeper sense of purpose, one that goes beyond explanation. It's an inner knowing that your life carries meaning and your presence matters in ways you may not yet fully see. This purpose is not something you chase. It is something you live. When you align with who you are, your purpose naturally reveals itself through your actions and choices. It becomes part of how you move through life. Fear may still appear at times, especially when you're stepping into something new. But fear is not a signal to stop, it's a sign you are moving beyond what is familiar. Growth can feel uncomfortable, but that doesn't mean it's wrong. I am with you in those moments, giving you the strength to move forward even when things feel uncertain. You don't have to wait until you feel completely confident. You only need to trust me and take the next step. Your surroundings may also begin to shift as you grow. Some things will fade away, things enter your life. This is part of alignment and necessary for your progress. Not everything from your past is meant to remain, and that is not something to fear. I am making room for what belongs in your next season, and that space is essential. Trust that what leaves is being replaced with something better suited to your purpose. You'll also start to see the impact you have on others more clearly. The way you speak, act, and carry yourself will influence people in ways you may not even realize. Your life will become a source of encouragement and strength. This is why your journey has been so intentional. What you've experienced has given you depth that others can connect with. Don't underestimate what you carry, because it's more powerful than you think. What feels simple to you may be exactly what someone else needs. What comes naturally to you may be something others struggle to understand. That is why your gifts matter. You are not here by accident, and your path is not without direction. You've reached a place where you can't return to the old version of yourself. That identity is fading, replaced by a deeper awareness of who you are and what you carry. Even when doubt tries to rise now, something within you pushes back. That resistance is truth rising within you. I am reminding you of who you are so you stop settling for less than what you were created for. Type 222 to receive blessings. There is a responsibility that comes with recognizing your gifts, but it is not meant to weigh you down. It is meant to guide you. When you understand what you carry, you begin to make choices that align with your purpose instead of chasing temporary comfort. This doesn't mean you'll never feel uncertain, but it means you won't ignore what you know deep within. You'll start acting with intention, even in small ways. You may have been waiting for one moment that would change everything. But your life transforms through consistent steps. There isn't one defining fee. There are many moments where you choose to trust me and move forward. Each step builds upon the last, creating a life that reflects your purpose. You are already in that process, even if you haven't fully seen it yet. Type Amen to affirm. There are still parts of you that remain unexplored, and they are part of what makes you unique. You've limited yourself in certain ways due to uncertainty or fear of failure. But your gifts are not meant to stay hidden. They are meant to be developed, shared, and expressed. You don't need permission to grow, and you don't need to wait for the perfect moment to begin.